So what we're dealing with overall is women and power. And I just wanted to talk a little bit about power and mention a very interesting book called Leaders We Deserve. And he makes a distinction between two types of power. And one he calls a raider and the other he calls a builder. And he's a psychoanalyst. And the raider's style of power is basically in a transaction with the supporter of the person in power. He's basically saying, if you support me, I'll look after you. So there's a sort of quid pro quo there. So there's two entities and they have a kind of reciprocal exchange. And that's the raider. And there's another type of power, which is a builder, where you've got the powerful and the supporter, but there's something else that's bigger than either of them, which is a shared vision. That they're really the arrangement between the two is let's build this together. Let's do this together. And let's create a world, a better world together. And I thought that is quite an interesting distinction between raider expressions of power and builders' expressions of power. And I think it's particularly interesting in relation to Grania, who we're going to hear a lot about today, and the way she, as you will hear, exhibits her particular style of power, and then effectively heads off with Diarmid, and they eventually settle down in a place called Keshkorin. And there they create a world. So in that particular case, we've got Grania, not as in a conventional sense, woman as homemaker, but woman as world maker. And she and Diarmid create a world in Keshkorin and live happily there. So I think it's an example of the home building cliche being transferred into a world making cliche, as the two lovers, Diarmid and Grania, build a world together. So that's just by way of an introduction.